So in 2017, there were a lot of WTF moments that either disturbed me, depressed me, or had me scratching my head thinking, what is wrong with our country? Now, I nominated 4, and these are the 4 I chose. First up is the Charlottesville White Supremacist March, where we had alt-right / Klan members / Nazis, neo-Nazis, literally chanting blood and soil in the streets. Now, my second nomination is the FCC's repeal of net neutrality. This is obviously a WTF moment because 83% of the American people did not want the FCC to do this, and we did everything we possibly could to stop the FCC, but they did it anyway.
The chair votes aye. The item is adopted with editorial privileges granted as requested. Thanks to the staff for your terrific work on this item.
Now, my next nomination is Donald Trump's presidency. I know this is incredibly broad, but I couldn't narrow it down to just one moment. Donald Trump has done so many crazy things this year that I can't not just put his whole presidency up for a vote. I mean, he withdrew from the Paris Climate Accord. He decided to end DACA. He expedited the construction of the Keystone XL pipeline and Dakota Access pipelines. He tried to strip millions of Americans away from their health insurance. He pushed for a tax reform plan that robs the poor to pay for tax cuts to himself and his family. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. He signed a bill into law that strips Americans of their online privacy rights and allows private companies to sell our information without our consent. He expanded the drone war. He illegally and unconstitutionally bombed Syria. I mean, the way he's acted as president, his tweets with Kim Jong-un attacking members of his own party. I mean, I could go on all day. This guy is a lunatic. So, of course, his whole presidency has been a WTF moment. So, of course, I nominated him there. And finally, my last nomination is Donna Brazil's bombshell, where she, out of the blue, decided to blow the lid off of the DNC's corruption and let us know about a joint fundraising agreement that Hillary Clinton signed with the DNC back in 2015 before she won the nomination that allowed her to take full control of the DNC, thus rigging the primary against Bernie Sanders. So I made my nominations and you guys voted. So this is how the vote turned out. When it comes to Twitter, with a total of 968 votes, Donald Trump's presidency was absolutely the biggest WTF moment of the year with 40% of the vote. And in second was the repeal of net neutrality with 30% of the vote. In third place was the Charlottesville March with 20% of the vote. And with 10% of the vote was Donna Brazil's bombshell. Now on Patreon, with 64 total votes, the winner here was the repeal of net neutrality, biggest WTF moment for Patreon patrons. In second place was Donald Trump's presidency. In third place was Donna Brazil's bombshell. And in fourth place was the Charlottesville March. And on YouTube, with the biggest vote total of 39,000 total votes, by far, you guys thought that the repeal of net neutrality was the biggest WTF moment of the year, with 78%. And in second, is Donald Trump's presidency. And in third is the Charlottesville March. And in fourth place is Donna Brazil's bombshell. So when you look at the overall results, since there were more votes from the YouTube audience, it is clear that by far the repeal of net neutrality is the biggest WTF moment for you guys. And honestly, all of these moments were pretty equal to me. The repeal of net neutrality was not surprising. Donald Trump's presidency was continuously mind-boggling. Donna Brazil's bombshell came out of the blue. And then the Charlottesville March really opened my eyes to just how effed up our country really is. So, I mean, there was a lot. So I don't really have an opinion. So I guess I'll side with the audience here. So there you have it, the biggest WTF moment of 2017. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Clyburn. I'm going to mark you down as a no. So that's okay.
Support this podcast by becoming a patron at patreon.com/Humanist Report.